You won't believe what just came out of Chicago. The Bears have dropped some surprising updates ahead of their matchup, and trust me, some of these changes could completely shift the game plan. Injuries, lineup moves, and unexpected decisions, it's all happening right now, and fans are buzzing. So let's get into it. Before we jump into the latest news, if you love getting real and fast Bears updates, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and don't forget to hit the bell icon. That way, you never miss a big announcement. Alright, let's move on to the new updates. The Chicago Bears have officially ruled out DeAndre Swift for Sunday's game. His groin injury has bothered him for weeks, but this time it's different. Usually, he misses practice on Wednesday, comes back in a limited way on Thursday, and is ready to go by Friday. But this week, he didn't practice at all Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. And now, the team has confirmed he will not play. Offensive coordinator Ben Johnson hinted at this decision earlier. He said Swift always wants to be on the field, but sometimes you have to protect a player from pushing himself too hard. Soft tissue injuries like groin and hamstring problems don't heal if you keep playing through them. The Bears finally made the smart call: sit him, let him recover, and hope it's just one game. With Swift out, rookie 7th-round pick Kyle Monangai will step in as the lead running back. Travis Homer will also be active, and Roschon Johnson is out as well, which makes this even more challenging for Chicago's offense. Big decisions, bold moves, and this is only the beginning. With Swift and Roschon Johnson both sidelined, the Bears are turning to their next option, Britton Brown, who is expected to be elevated from the practice squad. He showed flashes of power during the preseason. He's a tough, physical runner, the kind of guy you use when it's 3rd and 1 or right at the goal line. Don't be surprised if he gets some key snaps in those moments. But the injuries don't stop there. Luther Burden has officially been ruled out due to a concussion. And in today's NFL, once you're in the concussion protocol, it's almost impossible to return the very next week. There are multiple steps to clear, and rushing it just isn't an option. Hopefully, it's only a short break for him. Dominique Robinson is also out for this game. Meanwhile, Amenabog Mamiga is still in his 21-day practice window. The team has until November 5 to activate him from short-term IR. If they don't, his season is over. When that decision comes, someone like Carl Jones Jr. or DeMarco Jackson, both core special teams players, might lose their spot on the roster. Maybe it happens this week, maybe not, but it's a move to watch closely. Now, let's shift to some good news, because the Bears really need it. Tyrique Stevenson and kmet are both fully cleared and ready for Sunday. No limitations, no game day decisions, they're locked in. Kmet, in particular, has been a huge part of the offense, especially in those two tight end sets. He hasn't always been heavily targeted in the passing game, but his blocking has been a major reason the run game has improved since the bye week. Having him back is a big boost for this offense. One of the biggest advantages for the Bears heading into this matchup is the return of Tyrique Stevenson. And honestly, his presence couldn't come at a better time. The Bears are about to face one of the toughest wide receiver duos in the league, Ja'Marr Chase and T. Higgins. These guys are dangerous, and you need your best cornerback on the field to even stand a chance. Stevenson has stepped up as Chicago's #1 corner ever since Jalen Johnson went down earlier in the season. So the fact that he only missed one game and is fully back this week is a massive boost. Coaches said he was fired up in practice, talking, competing, full of energy, just how you want your top defender to be before a big game. What makes it even more exciting is the combination forming in the secondary. With C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Jaquan Brisker, and Stevenson all back together, this defense suddenly has attitude again. Coaches mentioned you could literally hear them during practice: aggressive, loud, intense. That's the kind of edge Chicago has been missing. Other good news on the injury front: Rome Odunze, Zakos, and DJ Moore are all ready to go. Joe Thuney was just given a rest day and is also cleared for Sunday. The only big absence among the receivers is Luther Burden, but the rest of the top targets are locked in. The running back room is thin, though. This week, it's likely going to be Kyle Monangai, Travis Homer, and Britton Brown carrying the load. 3 backs, 1 huge responsibility. Alright, let's shift over to the Cincinnati side of things, because this could impact the entire matchup. Joe Flacco is expected to play. He talked to the media earlier and mentioned that his shoulder feels good after practicing yesterday. He's dealing with a minor sprain in his AC joint, but nothing that seems serious enough to keep him off the field. As long as he avoids any big hits, he should be able to go the distance on Sunday. Even though the team listed him as questionable, it's mostly a technicality. The NFL no longer uses the probable label, so if a player isn't 100% locked in, they automatically get tagged as questionable. In reality, all signs point to Flacco being under center. What makes this even more interesting is what Ja'Marr Chase said. He claimed he didn't even realize Flacco was injured. So that tells you it's not something that's visibly bothering him during practice or throwing sessions. All of this means the Bears are likely facing a fully prepared Joe Flacco and a Bengals offense that still has weapons ready to go. Cincinnati knows exactly what's at stake. Their season is hanging by a thread. The Ravens are rolling, Pittsburgh is staying alive, and the Bengals simply cannot afford another loss. Sitting at 3-5, dropping to 3-6 could be the breaking point. That's why I strongly believe Joe Flacco will be out there. Jake Browning is ready as the backup, and they've even brought up Sean Clifford from the practice squad as an emergency third-option quarterback, but this is Flacco's moment, and Cincinnati needs him. Now, here's the major twist: Trey Hendrickson is likely out. And that's a huge blow to the Bengals' defense. Yes, they have solid pieces here and there, but Hendrickson is their one true game-wrecker. This season, their defense has struggled badly, and losing their best pass rusher makes things even tougher. He aggravated a hip injury last week and is listed as doubtful. Technically, doubtful players sometimes suit up, but it's rare, and honestly, it would be a surprise if he plays. This leads to an interesting question: if the Bengals lose this game, could Trey Hendrickson be traded before Tuesday's deadline? Two things matter. First, is he healthy enough to be ready for another team quickly? Being doubtful likely means he's close to returning. Second, will Cincinnati get an offer that actually makes them consider moving their star defender? And then there's the big one: should the Bears be interested? Before we wrap up, there are a few more injury updates from the Bengals you should know about. Linebacker Logan Wilson is listed as doubtful with a calf injury. His season hasn't gone the way many expected. He's been in and out of the lineup, even benched at one point, but he's still a team captain and an important voice in the locker room. His absence would hurt their depth. Cornerback Marco Wilson is also doubtful due to a hamstring issue, and linebacker Oren Burks is questionable with a groin injury. Not major headline names, but these are the types of injuries that slowly chip away at a defense. Now, here's what really matters: if Joe Flacco plays, Cincinnati's offense is no joke. The run game has suddenly come alive. Chase Brown has been averaging around 7 yards per carry since Flacco took over, compared to barely 2.5 earlier in the season. And through the air, Flacco has done exactly what he's known for: getting the ball into the hands of Ja'Marr Chase quickly and often. That's why the return of Tyrique Stevenson is such a massive deal for Chicago. He gives the Bears a fighting chance against one of the best receivers in the league. That battle, Stevenson versus Chase, could shape the entire game. This matchup is more than just another Sunday. It's momentum, pride, and for one of these teams, maybe even survival.